Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. In the quiet calm of the Canadian mountains, something magical has returned to life. Hope Valley, a place stitched together by hope, faith, and the kind of love that weathers every storm, is once again stirring with purpose. Season 13 of When Calls the Heart is officially in motion, and the first whispers from set have sent ripples of joy, curiosity, and deep anticipation through the hearts of hearties across the world. The camera lights are warming up once more on that familiar stretch of dirt road. The wind carries the echoes of laughter and past heartbreaks. And a new chapter, one richer and more soulful than ever, begins to write itself on the hearts of those who live in and love this little town. From the very first glance, it's clear. Season 13 isn't just another continuation. It's a rebirth. Erin Krakow has stepped back into Elizabeth Thornton's shoes. Not as a schoolteacher clinging to fading memories, but as a woman more grounded than ever, steady in who she is and ready to embrace whatever comes next. Her first scene? A gentle walk through the town square at sunrise, a book in hand, a soft smile playing on her lips. Not because everything is perfect, far from it, but because peace, however fragile, has returned. Beside her is little Jack, no longer the tiny toddler fans once watched learn to walk. He's older now, braver, and facing challenges of his own. His recent health journey has matured him in ways most children never experience. As he prepares to return to the Hope Valley Schoolhouse, there's a silent strength about him that mirrors his mother's. Together, they are a picture of quiet resilience. And then there's Nathan Grant. Fans waited over a decade for Elizabeth and Nathan's relationship to bloom. And now, as season 13 begins, their love is no longer tentative or obscured by grief or guilt. Soft but steady, filled with the kind of understanding that only grows through trials. They're not rushing, or simply sharing coffee by the fireplace, reading together at twilight, and sometimes saying everything in a glance. That's the kind of intimacy Hope Valley was always meant to nurture. Kevin McGarry's return as Nathan is radiant with subtlety. He brings to the screen a man who's no longer carrying the burden of waiting, but instead one who has found his place beside a woman he never stopped believing in. Their scenes together don't need grand gestures. A shared smile at the schoolhouse steps, or a quiet moment of hand-holding on a church bench, speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Rosemary and Lee Coulter are more alive than ever. Parenthood has transformed them. Baby Goldie has become the heart of their world, and yet, as they balance journalism, friendship, and faith, their love story feels more layered. Rosemary is still the bold, expressive force she's always been. But there's a softness in her now, a maternal glow that makes every scene shine. Lee, as always, is her calm in the storm, playful, loyal, and deeply in tune with her dreams. Together, they embark on a new project this season, an expanded community newspaper that now includes voices from the younger generation. A subtle but powerful plot thread, showing that as the town evolves, so must the way stories are told. Lee and Rosemary's journey is a reminder that love matures and, in doing so, becomes something even more beautiful. But it's not just the returning favorites who are bringing new energy to Hope Valley. Rumors swirl of a mysterious new character. Arriving mid-season, a traveling artist who once studied in Europe and now seeks refuge in the quiet of the valley. His connection to Lucas Bouchard's past is hinted at but never confirmed, and early whispers suggest his presence might stir more than just creative inspiration. Speaking of Lucas, his absence is felt more than ever. Though he hasn't been spotted on set, few cryptic letters discovered by Elizabeth seem to suggest his storyline isn't quite over. Whether he returns physically or remains a ghost in the hearts of those he left behind remains to be seen. What's clear is that his departure created space for growth or new voices. And for a town to heal from the divisions of the past, the schoolhouse itself becomes a central focus this season. with Elizabeth returning to teach part-time and a younger generation filling its benches. The classroom evolves into more than a place of learning. It becomes a symbol of hope. A child with a stutter learns to sing. Another who struggles with arithmetic finds her gift in storytelling. There's a tenderness to these arcs, small, everyday miracles that only Hope Valley could spotlight so lovingly. Faith Carter. Ever the healer takes on a new leadership role at the infirmary, but this time she isn't alone. A young nurse in training, named Millie, fresh from the city, arrives with modern ideas and a slightly rebellious spirit. At first, she and Faith clash, but over time, their bond becomes one of mutual respect, bridging the gap between old and new medicine, tradition and progress. One of the most heartfelt threads this season explores the return of Fiona Miller. After her extended travels and business ventures, Fiona walks back into Hope Valley with a suitcase full of secrets. Has she truly left her city ambitions behind? Or is she hiding a deeper reason for her return? Fans are already speculating that she may rekindle a connection with Mike Hickam, who has quietly transformed into one of the town's most dependable and beloved figures. Season 13 doesn't shy away from tough questions. EITHERA mining accident in a neighboring town sends shockwaves through the region. While Hope Valley remains physically untouched, the emotional impact is deep. Old fears resurface. Debates reignite about the future of industry, safety, and how the town will protect its people. Abigail Stanton's name is mentioned more than once, always in reverent tones, as citizens recall how she once stood up for what was right, no matter the cost. In one emotionally charged scene, Elizabeth reads aloud a letter Abigail had once written to a young Clara, a moment so still, so heavy with memory, that even the birds outside the schoolhouse seem to pause. It's in moments like these that When Calls the Heart transcends television and becomes something more, a mirror for our own journeys. Visually, season 13 is lush. The production has leaned into natural lighting and cinematic transitions. Sunsets bleed gold across the hills. Raindrops shimmer on window panes. A wedding dress hangs in the breeze on a laundry line, a symbol of new beginnings or a dream deferred. We're not told. We're simply invited to feel it. The music, too, has evolved. A new composer has introduced layered strings and subtle piano notes that drift in and out of scenes like echoes from the past. The result is a score that feels like a heartbeat, quiet, constant, emotional dot. And yes, there's romance. But this time, it's not just about courtship. It's about what happens after the I love you. It's about choosing each other. Every single day, through the mess, the silence, the laughter, and the work. Whether it's Elizabeth and Nathan sharing a kiss under the stars, or Rosemary and Lee reading bedtime stories to Goldie. Love is everywhere. Not loud, but unwavering. As the season unfolds, fans can expect episodes that dig deeper than ever before. Themes of forgiveness, community healing, legacy, and faith are delicately interwoven with a charm that has always defined When Calls the Heart. New friendships blossom. Old rivalries simmer. And through it all, Hope Valley stands strong, not because it's untouched by pain, but because it never lets go of hope. By the final episode, a town festival brings everyone together in a celebration of light, growth, and renewal. Children dance in hand-sewn costumes. Rosemary reads a poem aloud to the entire town. Elizabeth closes her journal with a quiet smile, and Nathan. He stands by her side not as a hero or savior, but simply as a man who finally found where he belongs. Season 13 isn't just a new chapter. It's the soul of When Calls the Heart blooming once again.